Hello everyone, this is video number 2 in Noelle Randall's 3-part training series for wholesaling riches. So this is video number 2. If you want more information about me or services that I offer, you can reach me at noellerandall.com. So let's begin. In our first video, we went over what wholesaling was and how you could quickly get started in wholesaling. Today, we're going to talk about how to wholesale, how to market to get deals that you can wholesale. So there's many different ways and many different things that you can do to start wholesaling and to start making money wholesaling. And I'll quickly give you a list that I've come up with that will help you get started wholesaling. So the key to wholesaling, first, like I said, is getting properties that are below market value. So what you want to do is you want to find someone with a property problem and get them to sell you the house. Just that simple. And then you'll take that contract, because all you're going to do is get the property under contract, and you're going to flip that contract to a real estate investor that wants to either flip the home or put a tenant in the home. You really don't care exactly what the real estate investor does as a wholesaler with the property. You just want to find them really good deals. So you're actually helping real estate investors. And again, wholesaling is a great way to start investing in real estate. And then once you get your money together and you start creating, seeing profits and you have some money, then you can start to keep those deals and flip the property yourself and make even more money. But this is a great way. Again, wholesaling is a great way to make at least $5,000 on a deal. And I teach my students how to make at least $5,000 on every deal. And actually, in fact, I just had a student that made $26,000 on a wholesale deal using a different strategy. So let me just quickly go through what you need to do and some ways that you can market to find some wholesale deals. Now, again, you're looking for property problems. So you can go down to the courthouse and you can get lists for foreclosures. So obviously, if someone is in a foreclosure and they're losing their home, it's going to be recorded with the county that they live in, and that is public record. And you can actually call them, email them, mail them a letter, or market to them, or even knock on their door and say, hey, I'm a real estate investor. You show them your cards. We'll talk about that. And I'm interested in purchasing your home. And I know, you're behind on your payment. So a lot of times you can partner with a real estate investor that has a lot of money or has some money, and they can catch the payments up. And there's a lot of creative things that we can do where they buy the property with the mortgage still in place. We won't really go into that today. We're just going to talk about how you can wholesale and find some deals. So like I said, the number one way is pre-foreclosure and foreclosure, because that person is behind on their mortgage and they need to sell the house, because usually it's the mortgage that's the problem, not the house. So if you can say and find a way to help them get from behind, get from under the situation that they're in where they're behind on their mortgage payments, you offered a service, and that's a great deal for a real estate investor that you could flip the contract to or wholesale the contract to. Another great way is bankruptcy. So people that are often in bankruptcy and they have a property, they usually cannot keep that property, especially in a Chapter 7. So this may be a situation, or even a Chapter 13, where they can't afford it and they'd be willing to sell the property because they're behind and they're going to lose the house anyway. Okay, so bankruptcy. And again, public record. You can go to the courthouse, you can get bankruptcy records, and you can market to those people. Number 3, divorce. Divorce is, it's very common. More than 53% of marriages end in divorce. And many of those properties, one person can't just pay for it by themselves. You can market to those people, or even smarter, you can market to divorce attorneys and give them your card and your information. You can create a package and they'll call you with divorcees that need to sell their property and want to sell it. And then you can get those properties under contract, and you can flip those to a real estate investors and get a nice finder's fee of at least $5,000. And we'll talk about it in the next video. I'll go in how exactly you do that. So I'm just going to continue with some more creative ways to find wholesale deals. Number 4, property code violations. So this is super easy too. I know you guys have seen television shows with people hoarding and things like that, leaving cars in front of their house, just being, not great neighbors. And the city and the counties don't like that. They will put a code violation on those homes. Obviously, that's an indication of a bigger problem. They have a property problem and they may be willing to sell the house at a below market price. And those houses are not going to be able to sell on the retail market because they usually need work or they are crowded full of stuff and they need help getting those things out. And real estate investors love properties like that. So if you can find properties like that, you can get a finder's fee of at least $5,000. Expired listings. So that's where the person listed the house for sale, it did not sell, and they still need to sell it. You can call those sellers up. Again, our records are very easy to find. Call them up, offer to buy their house for them, get it under contract, flip the contract to a real estate investor. Easy peasy. Craigslist. Craigslist is a gold mine. I actually have a whole course that I teach just on Craigslist and how to find deals, because you can find buyers, sellers, and real estate investors on Craigslist. You can so for wholesaling purpose, obviously you're looking for people that are selling. So go through Craigslist, you comb through the listings, people that are trying to sell their house on their own using Craigslist. You can call them up and offer to purchase their home for them. That simple. Okay, get it under contract, flip the contract to an investor. I don't know what number we're at. For sale by owners. So this is an easy one too. You drive around, someone has stuck a sign in front of their house. It's not listed with a real estate agent. Obviously, if someone is trying to sell their house on their own, they're trying to save the commission. So they usually need to sell, but they can't afford to pay a real estate agent their commission. Obviously, as a wholesaler, you're not a real estate agent. You're not demanding a commission. You just need to get the property under contract. For sale by owners are awesome opportunity, because obviously it's not a great strategy to try to sell your house, which is why Craigslist works as well. Those are just not great strategies to try to sell a house. Selling it with just a sign in front of it is only going to get the traffic that drives past the house. So obviously this person hasn't necessarily thought about that, and they're just trying to get the house sold. So if you call them, they probably have not been getting very many calls or offers to purchase their home. And that's a great opportunity for you as a wholesaler to get that property under contract and get it to a real estate investor. Tax late. So again, public records, people that are late on their taxes, delinquent on their taxes, tax auctions, all great opportunity, all public record. And those are properties that you can get at really great prices or get them under contract and then flip the property to an investor. Probate. This is awesome. I would be on this video for like an hour just talking about probate. But probate is an amazing way to wholesale, because there's usually a lot of spread, and they're actually usually nicer houses that the person, okay, so let's talk about quickly what probate is. So probate is a house that, the person died. There's a property, because that's what you would search for, estates and probates that have a property. Usually there's someone that inherited the property and they most likely did not live in the property. Usually it's a son or a daughter or a family member. A lot of times the person that owned the property is very old and the house is usually outdated. Perfect opportunity for a real estate investor, perfect opportunity for a wholesaler to flip the contract to a real estate investor for a nice profit, a nice finder's fee, because there's usually a lot of spread. Usually the seller is, like I said, a son, a daughter, a family member. They usually never lived in the house. There's no emotional tie to the property. It's a great way you can market to the person that is the trustee or the administrator, depending on what state you're in. And you can also market to the attorney and say to the attorney that I'm interested, and they actually help you a lot too. I have some scripts and some templates that you can send to the person that inherited the house, and that's, the estate, the administrator or the trustee of the estate. And I have things that you can send to the attorney. It's an awesome opportunity, like I said, and they usually have a lot more spread. Those are usually the wholesale deals where you'll make at least $20,000. And they're not very hard at all to get under contract. It's an awesome opportunity. You can make an entire business out of it, investing in real estate, doing just that. So probate, think probate. Okay. And if you want more information, you can set up a strategy session with me at noelrandall.com, and we can talk about that a little bit more. Section 8 landlord list. So a lot of times people think that Section 8 is going to be awesome, because Section 8 is paying them, but usually those tenants are such a headache, and those landlords have so many problems, and they love to just get rid of those properties because they usually have not gotten the training that they need to actually do and be a Section 8 landlord. So great opportunity for you there. Door knocking. You literally can go through neighborhoods that you're interested in buying a house in. Usually you want to target older neighborhoods built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. You don't want to go any newer than that. You want to put door hangers or put your business card up there, or put signs out that say, we buy houses. And a lot of those times, some of those sellers have to go to convalescent homes, or they're terminally ill, things like that. They're a great niche. The great thing about it is you just target neighborhoods, and you want to be really specific about it. You don't want to just go all over, and you want to be consistent and go to those same neighborhoods week after week and market in those neighborhoods and find some deals. And if you pick the right neighborhood, you will find deals. It's a science to it, and I can tell you a little bit more about that, but I've given you some great information to tell you what type of neighborhoods. Again, you want older, established neighborhoods. You don't want to be way out in the suburbs. You want to be in the kind of the city or right outside of the city limits, because those neighborhoods are more established, and those homes usually have a lot more equity in them. So, pro tip for you. And driving for dollars. You can find abandoned houses, dilapidated houses, vacant houses, and you can find the owners, and those are great wholesale deals. You call them up and just offer to buy the home, get it under contract, and again, flip the contract to a real estate investor. This is not hard stuff. These are strategies that will make you at least $5,000. As I said before, I've made even up to, actually the most I've made on a wholesale deal was a little over $30,000. Probate is a great way to get a larger spread. Because like I said, those houses are a little bit nicer and there's no emotional attachment. They may take a little bit longer, but they're so worth it. And then you can get your smaller deals, your $5,000 deals. So you can easily create a business where you're making at least $20,000 to $30,000 per month just wholesaling. And this is Wholesaling Riches. I'm teaching you part 2. And that is the end of this video. We're going to do video number 3, where I will talk to you about getting the deals for wholesale deals. Like I told you how to market for them, I'll tell you how to get some more wholesale deals and then what to do with them. So hope you enjoyed this video and you took notes and got some great information, because wholesaling is a great way to start investing in real estate and start making money quickly. If you want more information, again, noelrandall.com. Thanks for watching this video.